Right now, Monona police make an arrest after an overnight car chase. What we know. Also on alert day in your first warn forecast, Alex Harrington tells us why. Plus, Zach Hanley and Andrew Bannister are in Tampa ahead of the Badgers bowl game against LSU. That's all coming up at 10. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. A live look at the Capitol. It's cloudy and brisk tonight. That could come with some precipitation that could blanket the roads and make for some unsafe travel conditions, prompting an alert day to be issued in our first warn forecast for that rain. Well, just how much we could see and how much of a danger it could pose. Let's head outside to the weather patio for a check of your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex, first off, how's it feeling out there?
We've got freezing drizzle coming down. Pretty decent clip out here right now. It's getting all over the alert day glasses, so we can confirm that we have freezing drizzle right here in Madison. Also appreciate folks on my social media helping us relay to the National Weather Service where the freezing drizzle has begun across southern Wisconsin. It's this freezing drizzle really that has prompted the winter weather advisory, and then with the expecting snow that we've been talking about for the past day or two, you add that light snow on top of freezing drizzle, and that is not a good mix. So we have winter weather advisories in effect now till 9 o'clock on Sunday. It's these conversations we've been having from social media reports that it may have helped push this winter weather advisory even further into your Sunday, folks. So again, we appreciate those reports. What are we expecting? The freezing drizzle, minor snow accumulations. Be prepared. It doesn't take much, especially on those untreated roadways. The treated roadways may be in a little bit better shape, but it's those overpasses, those bridges, those on-ramps, sidewalks, secondary roads that really can ice up when we have this heavy freezing drizzle going on. And actually just stepped out not too long ago here in our parking lot, and all of our cars are glazed. High-resolution radar not showing anything, but that doesn't mean that freezing drizzle isn't falling. And our 6-hour future track radar, where you see these kind of the sprinkle effect of the snow showers, that's probably the freezing drizzle being picked up by our 6-hour future track model. The more persistent snow showers will move in during the wee hours of your Sunday morning. They will end by the time we get into the afternoon hours on your New Year's Eve day, making for better travel conditions for festivities tomorrow night. So coming up in Maine weather, we're going to track the freezing drizzle, the snow showers start, their peak, their end, and then a tour of viewer photos to round out our Maine weather in 2023.
All right, Alex, thank you. Here's a live look at the roads up by La Crosse on I-90-94 at County PP, where as you can see the precipitation is starting to pick up, and you can't see anything or much at all on the camera because of that rain. Those drizzles have created some problems out on the road towards the La Crosse areas. And to stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app, it has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free on your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. And now to an update out of Monona, where police were led on two separate car chases within 30 minutes of each other, one ending in a crash. The first chase took place around 12 a.m. when Monona PD say they saw a vehicle driving recklessly along Highway 12 and Monona Drive. Police say the driver would lead the officer down East Broadway and to Dairy Drive in Madison. The driver would lose control of their vehicle, eventually running into a tree. According to Monona PD, this is the driver's 5th OWI offense, and it's in the midst of the drive sober or get pulled over campaign.
This is something that we see, unfortunately, quite regularly. We're doing our best to try to curb this behavior and try to deter this behavior, but this is what we get paid to do. So the officers are out here risking their lives every day for folks they don't know, and I'm out here trying to make sure they have the resources and support they need.
The second chase took place just after 1 a.m. While clearing the scene of the last chase, Monona PD say a car was traveling 93 miles per hour on Flom Road. Police say the driver traveled northbound on Highway 51 and exited on Cottage Grove Road. The driver would eventually come to a stop at Acewood Boulevard, where the driver would be taken into custody. A suspect is in custody following a standoff yesterday in the town of Avoca. The Iowa County Sheriff's Office says today a 33-year-old male was arrested on charges of probation hold and endangering safety by use of a dangerous weapon. This is in connection to the events of yesterday in which the suspect barricaded himself in his home. No one was injured. Wisconsin is 2 days away from their New Year's Day matchup with LSU. But today Badger fans started the party early with a day in the sun at Clearwater Beach. Our Andrew Bannister was there with more.
It was beach day for the Badgers, but it wasn't just the players enjoying their fun in the sun. The cheerleaders and the band were joined by a sea of red that stole the show.
You just gotta dig them in there, and the harder they pull, the more they dig you in. We knew we were in for a challenge. We knew they were gonna tug hard, and we just had to tug harder. We stayed low, and we were able to come out on top today.
Knew we were coming here today and know we're going to the game. We got our tickets right away, hotel, the whole deal, so it's awesome.
Badger fans all the way, but I'll be honest, I came for the band.
Well, I do love the snow in Wisconsin, but without any snow, it's great to be down here in Florida. Good weather, and it's great to be here with a lot of the Wisconsin Badger fans.
We didn't even know that they were going to be in the bowl, and we found out after we already had our tickets to come down here for Christmas to see family, so might as well stay longer, you know, like once in a lifetime opportunity.
Save some energy. I know it's, January 1, and so make sure we get some rest because at 12 noon, we need a lot of you guys, so appreciate it. On Wisconsin.
As you can see, everyone was happy to trade in the white snow for some white sand here at Clearwater Beach, which is consistently rated as one of the best beaches in all of the country. At Clearwater Beach, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Turning to more local news, it was a race to see who the best puzzlers in Madison are at Puzzlepalooza. At Madison School and Recreation East, in their ugliest sweater, teams of 2 and 4 raced opponents to see who could finish the same jigsaw puzzle the fastest. It was no easy task because the puzzles were 500 to 1,000 pieces, and they were given to participants. Prizes were given to the first, second, and third place winners. All puzzles provided were theirs to keep. 2024 will bring the world's best athletes together in Paris this summer to compete for gold. But there's actually another Olympic Games starting in less than a month, and one of Middleton's very own will be there to compete on the world stage. Braden Ross has more.
This is pretty much the definition of an I've made it moment.
It was kind of a euphoric feeling in a way.
When Middleton High School senior Estella Hasrick landed this jump, she also landed a ticket to represent the United States in the biggest youth winter sports event in the world.
And when I was at the bottom, it was like, oh my gosh, she did it.
She'll be one of 4 youth ski jumpers heading to South Korea this January to compete in the Winter Youth Olympic Games, jumping on the same hills Olympians did in 2018.
Those hills now they have a history behind them, and we'll also get to jump on them.
But before Pyeongchang, there was Black Hawk Ski Club here in Middleton, Wisconsin, and those hills have history too. It was at Black Hawk that Estella tackled her first ever jump at just 8 years old.
I was definitely a little nervous, but my strategy is just you count to 3 and then you go.
Eventually, Estella outgrew Black Hawk's jumps, so now she spends a lot of the year training and competing in other parts of the country.
We're like, if she's ever going to meet her goal, if she's ever going to get to that next level, she has to go to a place and jump the bigger hills on a regular basis.
These days, when she looks down a ski jump, the height doesn't make her nervous. But competing on the world stage can definitely bring the pressure.
Well, I have a really good sports psychologist, so that really helps, especially in ski jumping. I think it's probably 85% mental and 15% physical.
And it's all while she's still finishing high school at Middleton online and applying to college.
It's definitely a challenge.
But Estella has never been afraid of a challenge.
If you can sit at the top of a jump and go for it, you can pretty much do anything.
Because for her, that I've made it moment is worth it.
I'm excited to continue making my own path and my own journey through the sport and seeing where I end up.
Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Estella plans to keep jumping after she graduates in the spring and heads off to college. After that, she says hopefully going for the gold at another Olympics. And still to come on News 3 Now at 10, New Year's celebrations kick off less than 24 hours. Some tips on if you're not a drinker, that and more. Plus, Alex is back with another check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Hurry in, America. It's time to visit your Ford dealer for the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology and flexibility for any season. It's your last chance to get special offers on our great selection of Ford vehicles. Only during the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford F-150 and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
A weekend of cash, cars, and celebration this New Year's Eve at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. On Friday, we're giving away a Buick Envista Avenir. On Saturday, a Porsche Macan. On Sunday, New Year's Eve, have a chance to win multiple cash prizes. Also, 20 participants will win thousands of dollars with an opportunity to win 100 grand. Plus, there will be live music by Cherry Pie and Madison County. It will be a weekend bash this New Year's Eve at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team is here for you, exposing scams, mediating consumer disputes, and getting results. Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
We're taking action for you.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
To the West Coast now, where big waves return today, bringing danger with them. CBS's Elise Preston is in Manhattan Beach, south of Los Angeles.
High surf warnings are in effect today for the West Coast from the U.S.-Mexico border to Oregon. Waves up to 25 feet have prompted officials to close all beaches in California's Ventura County and many piers in Los Angeles County.
Pretty gnarly. Yeah, the waves were biggest I've ever seen.
Some surfers couldn't resist riding the massive waves, despite the strong swells and powerful rip currents. Many people, including families, stayed on the shore to watch.
You don't have to be too close to the break. It's probably a good idea to sit back, and just enjoy from a distance. Otherwise, you're tempting fate.
Coastal flooding is another threat in Ventura County. Emergency crews use bulldozers to build berms as residents grab sandbags to help protect homes and businesses.
Ventura is a beautiful community. You have to put up with the occasional floods or fires that we've experienced, but it's home.
Today's weather is a wash for many already struggling ski resorts across the Pacific Northwest. The warm rains in Oregon are melting the unusually small snowpack, forcing many resorts to close. Mount Hood in Oregon is experiencing its worst ski season start in 34 years.
Well, we live by the snow, right? So if it doesn't come, it definitely makes it challenging on us to run a ski resort.
Some piers will be closed on New Year's Eve. Officials say with the huge waves, it's just not safe. Elise Preston, CBS News, Manhattan Beach, California.
Now let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex.
Yeah, Jalen, just want to give a shout out to folks on social media here as we track our alert day conditions here, really for this freezing drizzle that has evolved over the area over the evening hours. And folks are saying in Spring Green, the freezing drizzle has started. Boscobel is slippery, freezing rain in Richland County. Started in Camp Douglas and in Baraboo. They're having freezing rain as well. We've passed these observations over to the National Weather Service as well, and we are anticipating that these alert day conditions will continue through New Year's Eve day morning. In fact, the winter weather advisory, which is now all of southern Wisconsin from southwest to southeast, including Madison and Milwaukee, is now been extended until 9 o'clock on your Sunday morning. We're up against the freezing drizzle, and then minor snow accumulations of up to an inch are possible on top of that freezing drizzle. You might think, well, that's just not a whole lot, but it takes very little amount of freezing drizzle. And then when you add those ice crystals, the snow on it, any untreated roads are going to be pretty icy out there, folks. So we've got the patchy evening freezing drizzle that may actually last into the overnight hours, then the snow that will last into your New Year's Eve morning, up to an inch possible. Good news is conditions and travel should improve by the time we get into your New Year's evening with that midnight temperature right around 27 degrees and a mild start to 2024. As we continue to track your temperatures in the 20s, we'll go for the high temperature in the lower 30s later on your New Year's Eve Sunday as those snow showers wrap up. Let's track them here. As we go into the wee hours of your Sunday morning, this is when the snow shower activity will start to get more persistent, especially for areas north and east of, let's say, from Lone Rock to Mineral Point, off towards the north and towards the east. In the Madison area, 8 o'clock, the snow showers will be coming down at a pretty decent clip. A little bit lesser over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. Then that snow shower activity slips off towards the south and towards the east as we head towards the late morning hours, going into the afternoon hours and moving off towards the Milwaukee area as we carry on into the afternoon hours on your Sunday. Again, an inch, maybe an inch and a half for, let's say, areas along I-90, 94 and points off towards the north and towards the east. Here in Dane County, the snow showers again peaking 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they move off towards the south and towards the east as we go into your Sunday afternoon hours. And again, it doesn't take much with the freezing drizzle and the light snow to cause those slick roadways. So that's what we're up against here, at least until the early afternoon hours here on your New Year's Eve Sunday. Conditions improving by the time we get to the all-important midnight hour with temperatures right around 26, 27. Then as we march out here in the next 10 days, notice the bars all above the normal line here. A mild start to 2024, but a heads up. First warn here about 10 days out, January 8th and 9th. Weather model consistency showing a storm in the Midwest at this point in time. Could be a strong storm, could be a mix of rain and snow and breezy conditions, so it's something the First Warn Weather Team will be keeping our eyes on as we carry out into 2024. Again, that weather system, once we have that nice stretch, we'll be tracking next Monday going on into next Tuesday, that possibility of that impactful weather system. Weather photos, let's take a look at some of our photos if we have any. There we go. Bruce, thanks so much for sending us, and Pat sending us these snowy photos. We had that little slushy snow, frosty trees, and Judah, Darlene sending us that. Peggy Kelscher from Blue Mountain sending us these pretty pictures there, a little bit of snow. I think that's the moon in that picture there. And oh, this is a nice one. The moon illuminating exhaust from an airplane. We call that a contrail. Thank you so much for sending us that photo. So as I like to say, we can report the weather, talk about the weather. We can be outside in the weather. I can color coordinate with my glasses to the weather with the alert day conditions. There's nothing better than being able to show the weather with our viewer photos.
Yeah, I just feel like it really rounds out our newscast, getting the participation from our audience.
Totally. Brings the folks on the other side of that camera onto this side of the camera.
All right. Well, sounds good, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah.
With the holidays also comes holiday parties at work, at friends or families, or perhaps at your own home, and that means stocking up on drinks. Whether it is, and it might be a good idea to have some non-alcoholic beverages on hand, as not everyone will necessarily feel like drinking alcohol. Consumer Reports taste tested non-alcoholic sparkling wines to find the best substitute for those champagne toast.
Want to raise a toast this holiday season but don't feel like drinking alcohol? Good news! There are tons of alcohol-free sparkling wines to choose from and not feel left out.
Your guests may be driving, sober, pregnant, on medication. Whatever the reason, it's always a good idea to have some non-alcoholic options available.
To find out which non-alcoholic sparkling wines are worth serving, see our enlisted 12 staffers to do a blind taste test.
They tasted 8 dealcoholized sparkling wines, which are made the same way as regular wine with the alcohol removed at the end. And they also tasted 2 wine alternatives, which contain herbs, fruit, tea, and some fizz.
Testers evaluated each beverage for flavor, bubbliness, and if they would buy it for themselves. So which ones did the testers like? A hit with most of the testers was Venata Tinteling Tempranillo Rosé, which they found to be refreshing and sweet, but not too sweet. For fans of sweeter wines, the runner-up might be for you. Sutter Home's Frey alcohol-removed wine, Sparkling Brut. And if you're looking to not spend too much, testers found the more affordable Rondell Zero de-alcoholized sparkling wine a great pick for a party, as it was found easy to drink. While non-alcoholic beverages can be great alternatives, it's important to keep expectations in check.
Don't expect the non-alcoholic versions to taste exactly like their alcoholic counterparts, but they are getting quite close.
Whatever is your preferred beverage, raise a glass to a safe and wonderful New Year. This is David Fazekas.
And if you're looking for some non-alcoholic cocktails, CR has some great recipes. We have those linked on our website at channel3000.com. And coming up in sports, we'll head back to Clearwater Beach for the fun-filled day for the Wisconsin Badgers football team. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Recharge from the holidays with a new Toyota at Toyotathon.
I have got a truckload of new Toyotas out front. Check them out. Something I said?
Yes.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
We've been spending a lot more time than ever at home these days. So maybe now you've just noticed cold air coming in from a couple windows, or that your patio door isn't closing fully, which means you're losing heat in the winter, losing cooling in the summer, losing money all year long. And that means now is the time for new windows and patio doors from Renewal by Anderson. Most installations are usually done in just one day. Renewal by Anderson windows and doors can help lower your heating bills and air conditioning bills with their most energy efficient glass available. Only their windows are made with Fibrex material, proven to be 2 times stronger than vinyl. And they're backed by a 20-year warranty. And right now, when you buy one window or patio door, get one at 40% off. Plus, there's no money down, no payments for 12 months, and no interest for 12 months. Plus, an additional $200 off your entire purchase.
1-800-216-7421.
The holidays are winding down.
Coming through.
Time to recharge with a new Toyota during the final days of Toyotathon.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Not long after Badger fans spent the day at the beach, the team was also enjoying the sun as well. Let's go back out to Clearwater Beach with Sports Director Zach Canley.
Well, it was beach day for the Badgers, and the team not only spent the afternoon having some fun in the sun, but soaking up every moment left they have with each other. For some Badgers, the water was too cold.
Oh, it was freezing. Oh, it was cold. But you just gotta say, you gotta ride with it. You gotta just go. You just gotta go. You can't think, you just gotta go.
For others, it was just fine.
They all went up there and felt it with their toes. They were like, it's too cold. I'm like, nah, this isn't really cold water. So, I mean, it felt good to jump in there and be the first one, too.
But it really didn't matter what the temperature of the water was.
You're in Florida, man. Try to have fun. I can't swim, you're right, but, I'd rather hop in the water and have fun with these guys because, this might be the last ride with some of the boys we're playing with.
Beach day was a hit for this group. From boogie boards.
I found this boogie board. I was waiting for the people to come back. I might have borrowed it a little bit. I'm gonna put it back. But I was too excited. I got out there. I love the water, so I was just excited to swim.
To a helpful hand getting in.
He said he was not a strong swimmer, so I figured he needed a little bit of encouragement, kind of walk him out there, get his toes wet. So he's out there now. He's enjoying it, so I think he's having fun.
This team was making memories that will last forever.
Obviously, there's a goal in mind to win the football game and, prepare as best as possible. But I like that we start early. We start early, like 6:30 in the morning. We get done by 1. And then after that, it's kind of just enjoying time with your boys.
Good bonding time with the team before a big game coming up. I think it's very impactful for us in the future. So I enjoy this time with these guys, and we're gonna live it up here while we can.
There's nothing special planned for the Badgers on Sunday, just a normal walkthrough practice, followed by a team dinner at the hotel. And all that's left to do is go out and play. At a very dark Clearwater Beach, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
And speaking of the Badger football team, they landed a huge commitment from the transfer portal. Tawi Walker announced he will be taking his talents to Madison. The junior ran for 513 yards and 7 scores last year for the Oklahoma Sooners. Turning to the ice now, last night, the Wisconsin men's hockey team captured its second holiday face-off title. It was the Simon Tassi show. The sophomore forward lit the lamp 3 times for his first career hat trick, as the number 6 team in the nation extends their winning streak to 7 games. Next up on the agenda is Notre Dame on Friday. A final check of your First Warn forecast coming up when we return.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Here we go. I knew I could do it. I just had to take the first step.
Hey, how's it going? Marcus, my boy. Welcome to my humble abode. Nice to meet you.
When Marcus came to my door, it was my chance to give someone a safe place to stay for a little while.
When you open your heart and home through foster parenting, you're helping the teen write new chapters, which can positively impact the teen for the rest of their life.
Be part of the story.
For more information about becoming a foster parent, contact Children's Wisconsin.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, with my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay, and I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue for some, and stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but your hair shavings fly everywhere, and she hates that mess. it's impossible to clean up. Introducing Vacuum by Bell & Howell, the total body electric shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up at the same time. Vacuum has 20 precise trim length settings built in, so you just dial and trim, groom, shape and edge without any messy whiskers in the sink. Vacuum's ultra-sharp stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures all the trimmed hair. Vacuum's vacuum action is so powerful, just watch how it cleans up all this hair. Don't fumble with attachments. Snap on the guide to shape your beard, edge sideburns, or remove the guide to tame unwanted body hair. Get your vacuum trim for only $39.95, and we'll even ship it to you free. Order now.
Call 1-800-348-9342 or go to vacuumtrim.com. So call 1-800-348-9342. That's 1-800-348-9342 or go online to vacuumtrim.com.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Finally, tonight, Rio de Janeiro's Christ the Redeemer statue was briefly illuminated with the jersey of Pelé on Friday, marking the first anniversary of the soccer great's deaths. Pelé, one of the most iconic sportsmen in history, passed away 1 year ago on December 29th, 2022 from cancer at the age of 82. For millions of Brazilians, Pelé was a national treasure. The soccer star, whose given name was Edson Arantes de Nascimento, scored a world record of 1,281 goals and is the only player, male or female, ever to win the FIFA World Cup 3 times. What a career and what a life, man.
Major accomplishment.
For sure. All right, Alex, we got a lot of stuff going on weather-wise and some important information for them. What can they expect?
Yeah, absolutely. We're still expecting alert day conditions. Let's go to our graphics. Our anticipated overnight going on into your New Year's Eve morning. I was anticipating that this would occur, that we'd extend it, and yes, the winter weather advisories have been extended now to 9 a.m. Sunday. This is really for the combination of freezing drizzle and light snow. Freezing drizzle, it takes little to none to get some slick spots going, especially on those untreated roadways. Treated roadways tend to do a little bit better, but when you have this combo and we'll add that little bit of light snow on top of that light glaze overnight going into the beginning of your New Year's Eve Sunday morning, we could be looking at some pretty icy spots. Again, especially those bridges, overpasses, the on-ramps, the sidewalks, the secondary roads, the roads that perhaps don't get treated right away, and the roads that perhaps don't get as much traffic, like the belt line. So even though some of those more traveled roads may be patchy slick spots, some of those back roads could be really icy. We got to keep an eye on that overnight.
And for sure, and another way, again, to keep up with a lot of the stuff going on is our weather app, WISC Weather. Look that up on your app store to stay up with all the latest weather conditions. Thank you, Alex, and thank you all at home for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for the last day of the year. Let's make it a great evening.